Yo, what's good, fucking YouTube fam? We're out here with another vid. You already know. Gonna talk about like tier 3 rushing. And just so you guys know, I am Drew. I am a 23 4500 rated player. And let's get into it. So, most of the time when you're gonna go into a tier 3 rush, it's going to be versus some form of like probably tank frostworm, tank chim, uh tank Wind Rider. Usually they're gonna do the tank, right? If they got unlucky and didn't get tank, better for you, because that's probably the hardest variation to defeat. But yeah. So if not, maybe they got wind. Usually, if they don't have the tank, they're gonna have a mountain giant. If they, like I said, if they don't have either of these two, then I don't know why are they T3 rushing, right? But so here we go. Yeah, usually the best ways to deal. Usually you're gonna get hit with a wave 2 to wave 3 frostworm attack, right? And so the best ways to usually deal with that would be, I would probably just start off normal, just building my whatever my Q unit is. But then once that third wave starts to kind of happen and you smell it, you can kind of smell it. I don't know if I would overreact to wave 2. That's a little extreme, I think. So I would probably just start building, my normal Q units, and then once it starts smelling like a T3 rush, you could build dryads if you want to gamble that they have. You probably just build like one or two dryads, one or two, to gamble if they're gonna open with a frostworm or chim. The second you see Gaspard, though, yeah, I wouldn't build any more dryads. They are gonna get smoked. So, and if let's just say you don't have, yeah, that's probably better, right? That, and what else? If you don't have dryad, Sork, Banshee's also not too bad. You can still probably do it. You should have your hero out wave 2 or 3 as well, right? And on your hero, you should probably just orb him up. Like there's no harm in orbing up your hero. Wave 3. I mean, if you think you're into tier 3 rush, I wouldn't mind orbing up my hero. Probably Venom. I just throw a Venom on that hero. Hopefully you hit some form of melee hero. Paladin, MK, kind of, yeah. Death Knight, Dreadlord also kind of good. Crypt Lord, probably like the best, one of the better ones to deal with T3. Blade Master, TC, really nice. Demon Hunter could be good too. Warden, I think I'd have to do more testing with Warden, but I could see it working. Maybe you wouldn't go level 1 fan of knives. You would probably just go Shadow Strike if you're into T3. Maybe that would be better. I had to do some testing on that. I don't know. This is experimental, I guess we'll say. And Brewmaster is definitely solid. Alchemist solid. Beastmaster solid. Tinker pretty good too. Pit Lord is tricky because normally if you're picking Pit Lord first hero, you would like to go the cleave build, right? But if you know you're into some type of T3 rush, then you can't really go the cleave build. You'd probably just go like Howl. Yeah, you probably just go like a Howl stats or like Howl Rain of Fire. I'm not even sure how you would do that, because you don't really want to orb Pit Lord, because once you orb him, cleaving attack goes away. So this is why it's a kind of a weird hero to deal with T3. I don't even know if I would pick him, but you do need some form of melee hero. So if your choices are like Naga, I don't know, Dark Ranger, and Pit Lord, you probably just fucking Pit Lord and grab an orb on him. I don't know, Venom probably, and yeah, just, I don't know, maybe just go Howl stats or something. But yeah, so you get some form of melee hero, and wave 2 or wave 3, you should do that. And then you should be able to deal with some like the frostworms and whatnot. And let's just say, I don't know, you have Shaman, right? I don't know, Shaman are not really good into tier 3. You could build, Fiends. Fiends are an excellent way to deal with tier 3 air units. Like Gaspard, Frost, Worm, Chim. They great way. So you can do that. And if you don't have Crit Fiend, let's say you have Archer. Oof. And let's say you have Archer and you don't have the Hippogriff. Man, that's kind of tough. I'm not a big fan of building Archers. I'd probably just tier 2 and just fucking build Raiders low key. But yeah, that's not bad. With your hero with an orb, or if you have Raiders, maybe you don't even want an orb. Yeah, I guess this is like all where you'd have to figure out your draft, right? See what's best, but there's a lot of combinations here. Like Riflemen are very strong. I would definitely play like hero orb with Riflemen. Hero Headhunters are also kind of iffy. I mean, they're good, but the range is just kind of small, right? Short range. Priests are definitely solid into tier 3 rush because you can always build one priest and it'll heal your hero while your hero is tanking like, I don't know, like 3 Chims or 3 Frostworm or whatever it is, right? Headhunters or Crit Fiend, netting tier 3 and building a mass Q, pretty solid. The Raider Grunt, Raider Huntress could get tricky because you might be into tanks, right? But Raider Headhunter, Raider Ghoul, right? Pretty nice. If they're hitting you with, let's just say, tanks, the Spellbreaker gets like a really good value. Same thing with the Raider, tons of value. You'll usually figure that out. Usually the tanks will come out maybe wave 4, 5, maybe wave 5-ish, 4. Once they have like 3 Chims, 2 Chims, and they're going to show you whatever buffing unit they have. Most likely they're going to show you either a Necro, maybe a Shaman Bloodlust, maybe even Priest Inner Fire. That's usually what they do, right? Usually they're going to roll out with a fucking Chim or a Frostworm or a Gasbird first 3 waves, 4 waves or something, and then like that 5th wave you're going to start maybe even less. Maybe it's like 4th wave, 4th to 5th wave you're going to see whatever buffing unit they have. Or they're just going to roll out with a tank or an MG maybe. If the front line is too, if they're taking too much tower damage. What else? If you don't have Spellbreaker or Raider, Talon is not bad. Talon definitely works pretty well into Chims, right? And Frostworm. Into Gasper, yeah, as well. Pretty good. Let's say you don't have Spellbreakers. If you don't have Spellbreaker frontline, then I don't know what you do, man. Just Banshees, oh yeah. Yeah, you just get kind of cooked. Maybe not cooked, but, Ghouls and most Q units can deal with tanks in the beginning. Yeah. Not bad. And what else? That's about it. And then you should be like holding off long enough, hopefully, to stabilize and get the game in your favor. I mean, that's about it for the early game here. Just wanted to kind of throw that quick one out here just to let the boys know. And thank you for watching. Peace.